Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to the Quantum Cafe and Interstellar Lounge with your host here, the Cosmic Messenger. Just a few quick things before I get into the topic of the day. So, first off, my partner went for a Tamiana training, level 2, 3, and 4. And if you've seen any of my other videos, and a couple with her as well, Hillary Raven Porter, she does amazing healing treatments. She came back and she's like initiated and gone through some new levels, so it's a whole nother entity there of transformation. But check this piece out. That is one big slab, beautiful cut, natural selenite. That's a great one for problem solving and clearing all of the energies within the room, like geomancy work and stuff like that too. I also wanted to say that so this is newly addition to our home. Also, that full moon in Aquarius, at least on the part where I live in Vancouver Island, so strong, beautiful, powerful, but everything was very plasmatic and just everything was dripping. Whew. I felt it so strong, and then even going to sleep at night, it was just like buzzing. Gamma rays going off while you're in a deep theta, lower theta and delta state. It was wild. So I don't know how you guys felt with the full moon. That was incredible. We're also moving into Virgo right away here too. So awesome. I believe Venus is moving in there as well. So that it's going to be in a beautiful time, a great time to also take care of our health, which has been coming at me a lot more lately, which is super awesome. Bring it on. So, got a lot of summertime activations. Right now, we're also going through, like, the last few days have been really big on photonic light. And those light wave particles coming through and passing through our solar system, lots entering Earth. Because as we go through the age of Aquarius, the beginning part, how we get into the photonic light in the first place, so that's Aquarius and Leo, right? They, when we go through those ages, our solar system at the beginning, first the sun's in it, right? And then Mercury, and then Venus, and then Earth. And we slowly come in as that band expands. And it's almost like a little bit of like a temporary get used to it before it really jolts itself off the spectrum. So today I want to talk about how your body, your human body, your biosuit, this amazing creation, does far more than a lot of the regular physical sensations that they've told us, but how it's a messenger. It is an interstellar, interdimensional, intergalactic messenger. Every single thing that your body does has a mystical and cosmic counterpart to itself. So there's not one thing that your body's not doing that's not explaining you your messages. So the first thing, before we get into everything, is to remember that you have your standard approach that you take to your body, right? I cut myself, that hurts. I burnt myself on a burner, my skin is hurting. I'm feeling like I need to go to the bathroom, so I go. I blink because my eyes might be a little bit dry. Those natural occurrences that we do are very much part of it, okay? But those are our regular functions that keep our body, moving and up to date and going, right? But what about all these other things that happen? So I'm going to go through a bit of a list, and we'll touch base on a few things that happen. So one is you have your ear tones. A lot of people experience these auditory experiences that come through the hearing, clairaudient. All of our senses have another counterpart to them, an upshifted upgrade to them. This is all part of the DNA and crystalline body upshifts. So when you have a tone come into your ear, unless you've been cranking music as loud as you possibly can and just bleeding your ear to death, it's not tinnitus. Your ears are sending you messages. High tones, low tones, medium tones. Are they coming in as gamma rays as a high tone, or as a person talking to you that came on your left ear on your left side? Or was somebody talking to you on your right side and it came over there? The tones will also pick up when there's important pieces of information in front of you. You get to do all this in real time. So you don't have to stress over the mental constraints of having to think all the time. It just happens in the moment as you need it. So you get the ear tone, you get the messages, right? Maybe there's something in front of you, an object, or an interstellar message that's trying to get your attention, or your higher self, the full completed you with all of your light bodies and everything together, the layer just before you go to the complete oversoul and its other parts. Those ones of just yourself, of your physical and energetic being, right? It communicates with each other. So those tones are happening right in the right moment. It might just be like, oh, I'm thinking of doing this, and boom, it pops up, okay? Another one that people experience that also happens in our body is on your eyes, right? Clairvoyant. You know, your third eye, pineal pituitary gland. The violet ray. Close to the transpersonal point in the Hara line. The causal points as well. So thinking of them that way, okay, so on your eyes, you'll have a point. It's like a point of energy that focuses in really tight. It's almost like a pinpoint, but you can feel it, and it comes on. What are you seeing right now in the moment? What are you experiencing? What kind of messages are you getting through your eyes that are far greater than what we've been told or what we're used to seeing through our vision? Now, it's up to all of us to decode them in the moment. And it's not like you're going to get it the very first time. And even after all the experience I have, there's still more to pick up, right? The informational field is so infinite that it's not going to stop in its growth and its expansiveness. Because if it did, there'd be nothing new to experience in life. All that is, right? So when that happens on your eyes, remember that if you're ever working with symbols, you do like distance healing, some people do Reiki, Tamiana symbols, you're drawing them with your eyes, you're visualizing stuff, that's also a link point. Boom, ka! And the two come together. The thought, the message, the vision, the visualization. Super cool. Another one that happens is the electrical grid. So even before we hooked up all this electricity, in our current, what we deem civilization, I wonder if we've even got there yet. We did this in Atlantis. Probably no. Atlantis, Lemuria, and many times eras of billions of years ago, this has always been a continuum of expansive electrical currents. Electricity is all over the universe. Earth has unlimited electricity. Unless, of course, you design it to be the opposite way through technology. You're just paying for fragments. There is a way to pull it off. We can all have that free energy. So that free energy is running through your body as a current. It's running through the earth. It's running through the solar system. It's everywhere in the universe. So if electricity is everywhere, especially now that we've plugged everything in, lights, cameras, action, TV, devices, watches, your fridge talks to you, all that stuff, there's so much more current that's brought like right to you in a completely different form. But many of us will experience, this is what I'm getting to, lights flashing, or a lamp kind of like getting brighter for a bit and then coming back down. My salt lamp, the Himalayan rock salt crystal lamp, that does that all the time. Or I'll tell you some of my stories. So I was coming home from work, and for like a couple months straight, the bus stops, right, light up, okay? Some of them, for some reason, aren't turned on all the time. They started slowly flashing. I sent some long-distance Reiki to a friend a while back, and the lights were turning off on the street as she was walking. I was in the kitchen, or in the living room, and my partner was hanging out with me, and it felt like Morse code. The light that was above the oven, the stove, was blinking and sent for like 15 minutes. Really fast, super slow, take its time, blink a bunch. Exactly like Morse code. The spirit talking to you, your spirit guides yourself saying, hey, we're here. Or you asked a question to the Akashic records, perhaps. Or maybe you were surfing the cosmic internet and you realized, I have a question. I have an insight. I'm going to check that out. Then the lights flash. Boom, it's responding to you. You might even be able to be like, I was watching a movie, and there's a lot of this, like, in my world, there's a lot of I see the through the fake news, the corruption, a lot of these systems, a lot of that information also comes my way. How to navigate it and how to make sense of it all. Because it's intense. And I was watching a movie and I wondered, because the person happened to be part of the bloodlines of a large company that I personally do not support. I think it's low vibrational activity. Long story short, we're watching the movie, but the movie's so good. It's all about awakening, seeing through things. It was amazing. And the light kept flashing every time I thought, is this person broke away and is telling us the truth? And I kept getting the response. So listen to these messages. Go for them. Twitches. Here's a fun one. So your body has muscle twitches, muscle spasms as we experience them. Okay. I'm not saying that you don't have a physical concern or some stress or anxiety or other things that cause it to do what it's doing. Lack of exercise. All the many features, your nervous system upgrading in that particular area. But there is many times where you're not having those experiences and you're getting other messages. So I'm in Kundalini yoga class and we're doing a Kriya, and I'm just feeling that it works on the heart so much. And I start getting twitches in and around the heart and thymus area. We did one of the exercises in the Kriya, sent it to another spot of my body, and it started twitching there too. There's been other times where I'm like, oh, I think Mars is doing something astrologically right now that's really important. And boom, all of a sudden the areas that govern Mars, right? Solar plexus, or like the deep reds of your roots and stuff like that will start flashing. Or Aquarius, you'll get like a pulsation in your third eye. Super cool. So those twitches mean stuff. It also could be when you're doing like healing, doing a Reiki session. Oh, I'm feeling something going on in their pancreas region. And then I get a twitch in that area, letting me know that that's a spot we're working on, or that's an issue that's coming up for them, or a potent medicine to pay attention to. Okay, so guts and your organs. Your organs are so important in this. They are awesome cosmic messengers themselves. Isn't your body amazing? So you eat some food and it's digesting. Okay, so you spitting out some juices, you hear some sounds. Normal, right? Happens to us all. What about those other times when you're connected to some sort of spiritual activity, or you're in a relaxed state, or you're just sipping on tea and you can stare at the wall for hours? Those are beautiful moments. Or you have some sort of revelation or a creative is huge, creative idea. And then your guts spray some juices just at the time that you're thinking it. Or you act spontaneously and you start living who you truly authentically want to be more. Boom! You get another shot in another gut. To one we were talking before with the twitches, they also locate areas of where things are happening and activity that's going down as well too. So just pay attention to them, because the organ also relates a lot to, all your body parts do, but they relate to the emotions that you're experiencing. So liver and anger, right? Stomach, how are you digesting your life? How are you processing what's going on? Right? Your shoulders carrying the weight of the world. They all correspond. And by getting the emotional component as things become more dense, right? From the astral realms down. That's how we can clear a lot of stuff inside of our body. There's other times where I'm talking about healthy foods and then boom, I'll get a hit in a certain area because somebody else is maybe requiring that medicine. Always tread beautifully and gently when sharing that information with others, because it's good to have high-level empathic skills and to spread that sensitivity around. Because some of this can be big info for them, especially if you're like, you can't make anybody heal. They have to choose to do it themselves. You create the catalyst for the opportunity, right? Visualizations that occur. So you have all of a sudden you have a sudden visual. Whoa, this is wild. I'm getting a visualization. Where'd that come from? People do it while they're daydreaming. You can pick anything that you've ever experienced right now and think about it and see it. Okay, cool. That's amazing. What a tool. So how do we use it more? That very visualization that's happening in the moment is your answer. And generally those come from the Akashic records, your etheric realms, your higher self, spirit guides. Maybe it's an archangel or an ascended master coming to speak with you. Those visuals will guide you where you need to go. Perhaps you're creating your own business, or you're wanting to stop working for this job and switching it up because you've woken yourself up and you see through a lot of the activities that are going on, and you want to do something that's more wholesome and connected to your heart center, right? Anything it could possibly be. Maybe you're wanting to increase your health or find a new activity to do, and you're wondering which one it'll be. Ask and you'll receive the answer. And the visual is like the probable, it's happening right now, but all of these things are guiding you in the moment where to go, or creating your probable futures that you can then mold and change as you go. Visualizations are huge. We have them all the time. Pay attention to them. You can even get like grids and layouts of the body and where things are distorted, where things are healthy, from creative insights to just how to navigate your general day. It's a constant field that's surrounding us. So we have our ESP. So we talked about a couple of them. You have your clairvoyancy, third eye. You got your additional hearing, right? Your clairaudient. You also have clairscent. Information and knowledge through smelling. Your body's smelling things all the time. Ooh, that smells really good. But then, cool, because food, when executed correctly and taken the patience and the time to put the two together, those smells can transform people. Sometimes it takes them to the lowest vibrational foods, right? We know those treats and how they bring us in. And then on the other end, we have all these other amazing treats that's like, whoa, that is the greatest smelling curry ever that I could just, and it's pure organic and it just draws you in. Or that fresh bread that's made from the 200-year-old cultured sourdough. You get information through smells with your essential oils. You're breathing in billions of particulates all the time. I walk by when there's lots of flowers out and there's tons of smells. Sometimes I'll get an ear tone with the smells. It's like you're breathing in codes, because the plants speak to us too. They have their medicines as well. And then you have clairsentient. Clairsentient or sentience, which is feeling. When you use your hands to feel, or your guts and your sensations that go on. And claircognizant, boom, out of your crown chakra. That's all your super off-the-charts galactic highway, right? Okay, sometimes you're walking around with your body, and your body has an aura. That's the energy field up to 10 feet around you, right? That aura might get a hit, or all of a sudden some sort of energy will come through. And a lot of the times, it actually is another being. Enjoy the process. That's a big shift for us, because society has coded a lot of this stuff as being dark and scary. Now, there is some intensity out there, and there's some serious things to consider with the whole world of galactic beings, but a lot more of it is just, it's populated all the time, just like cities. It's just, they're not in physical, right? The energy comes in, boom, there it is. Presence. A lot of the times it's your spirit guides, right? So those energy shifts are letting you know temperature changes, all sorts of activity, or like a lift of energy. Your own personal ascension process taking place. Or maybe it's telling you, hey, turn around and go that way. Or sit down. You're never alone. The universe is always by your side. Feet. Your feet are magical. They connect to every part of your body. Reflexology blows my mind. How you can touch any part of your foot and have it resonate with every single part of your body. So how cool is that, right? Now your feet bring in negative ions. Your feet connect to the earth chakra. Your feet ground you. Your feet receive information, magnetics, the whole bit. And earth is a living being, and it talks to us. So you can sense a lot more with your feet. Now this one may not pop up right away for people, as this one takes a lot more time and practice and getting used to. So you work with it. You talk to your feet, and you get to know them more, and you see what kind of messages come up. When I do my healing sessions, chelation goes through the feet first. And chelation is a process where if somebody's like really depleted in energy and they need to get it now and fill the whole body up before slowly filling up the body, it'll go there really quick and fill it up, which is awesome, right? So feet, again, they're magical. One time I was walking around and there was energy points. They almost felt like chakras that were like basically like half visualization, half sound and vibration under my feet, and I could feel them as I was walking. It was absolutely incredible. So your feet can talk to the different parts of your body. If you have a sudden insight, right, and you're just like, whoa, my God, whoa, that's your body. That's you. That's your being. That's your soul. That's all the parts of you, your astral realms, coming and saying, hey, boom, message, download coming in. Boom, you asked for it, you brought it in. There it shows up. Everything doesn't show up on a screen. It comes in many other different forms. Everything doesn't show up in a book or on an audio tape or at a presentation. You can get anything you need and want, any planet you live on, anywhere in the universe. Those sudden insights are huge. Here's another one. Woke up today. Just had a light rash on my arm. Got some good cream for it. Didn't really know what was there. It's potent, awesome stuff. Gave my skin some love. Cleared up within the hour. Awesome. I didn't even have to think about it. Didn't even really feel it being there. I woke up and my mind, body, soul complex, this avatar being, boom, says, hey, look over there. Sometimes you cut yourself, you didn't even notice it, and then all of a sudden you're looking at it. You yourself, your being knows to go over there and look at it, right? So right? So just trust, this is where it goes. Trusting in the moment. That not only does the universe have your back, but that you, as you carry yourself forward, have everything that you need to trust that your body will just respond, know, and go. How cool is that, right? There's so much more to be discovered. I mean, even your teeth, they vibrate. They receive messages. I've had energetic shifts and downloads coming when we've had high gamma activity, and my teeth are vibrating. It is so incredibly wild because your entire root system of that also goes down, right? Into your body and connects to so much. It's interstellar. Your ears do it too, in your hands. It's beyond magical. Then you can feel like, solar winds, weather changes, all sorts of stuff. Your body is a master technological, amazing device. Okay, so that was awesome, right? I'm going to get going here and have a most beautiful, wonderful day out there. Stay wild, stay fresh. And for anybody who keeps doing this kind of work or is getting anything out of these messages, I love you to pieces. And keep rising up. Just keep on going, okay? Bye-bye, and have a fantastically amazing day. Enjoy celestial Earth, and let's continue to create this new Gaia. Bye-bye.